a remote, decaying town in the Pacific Northwest, perpetually shrouded in mist. The year is 1993. The town of Blackwood Hollow is surrounded by dense, skeletal pine forests, with roads that seem to shift and vanish after sundown. At the edge of town looms Blackwood Asylum, a crumbling Victorian-era institution abandoned in 1952 after a patient massacre. Locals whisper of shadows that move on their own and faint screams echoing at midnight. Evelyn Carter, a 28-year-old investigative journalist and skeptic. She arrives in Blackwood Hollow to debunk rumors of hauntings for a true crime podcast. Evelyn carries a voice recorder, a Polaroid camera, and a hidden fear of being trapped, stemming from a childhood incident where she was locked in a basement for days. Evelyn checks into the town's only motel, run by Mrs. Greer, a hunched woman with milky eyes who warns, "The asylum doesn't like visitors." That night, Evelyn hears faint, discordant piano music drifting through the fog. Her voice recorder later picks up a child's whisper, "Don't let him find you." Day 1. Evelyn interviews locals. The town's librarian, Mr. Fletcher, reluctantly shares records of the asylum's director, Dr. Alistair Voss, who conducted unethical experiments on patients, claiming to cure madness with fear. Fletcher's hands tremble as he slides her a photo, a blurred figure in a window of the asylum taken last week. Day 2. Evelyn explores the asylum's grounds. The air reeks of rot and copper. Her camera malfunctions, capturing only distorted faces in the windows. She finds a rusted name tag, Patient 23, subject, silence. Night 2. Back at the motel, Evelyn's recorder activates on its own. A guttural voice growls, "You're already inside." She discovers bloody handprints on her bathroom mirror. Evelyn becomes obsessed. She returns to the asylum at midnight, flashlight in hand. The front doors creak open. Inside, the walls pulse like living flesh. Hallways stretch impossibly long. And patient numbers, 23, 23, 23, are scratched into every surface. She hears footsteps behind her, always 10 paces back. In the former operating theatre, she finds Dr. Voss's journal, his final entry. Patient 23 has become the conduit. The walls speak now. They hunger. God forgive me. Suddenly the flashlight dies. A cold breath rasps against her neck. Evelyn flees, but the asylum's layout shifts. She's running in circles. A flickering shadow with elongated limbs and a melted face crawls along the ceiling, whispering, "Stay, stay, stay." Evelyn stumbles into a padded cell. The door slams shut. In the dark, she hears the jingle of a music box, a lullaby she recognizes from her childhood. The shadow materializes as Dr. Voss, his body fused with the asylum's walls, tendrils of black smoke curling from his eye sockets. "You thought you could outrun your fears," he hisses. "You've fed them. Now you'll join us." Evelyn's voice recorder, forgotten in her pocket, plays back every terrified breath and whimper she's made since arriving. The walls bleed, and patient 23's face, a mirror of Evelyn's own, presses against the glass of the cell door. Evelyn awakens in her motel room, convinced it was a nightmare, but her camera holds a photo. Herself, standing in the asylum's cell, eyes black and mouth sewn shut. Mrs. Greer knocks on the door, her voice now eerily youthful. "Time to check out, dear." The town of Blackwood Hollow vanishes from maps. Evelyn's podcast episode airs months later, a distorted audio file of screams and the lullaby. Listeners report seeing a shadowy figure standing in their rooms that night, whispering, 23. The final seconds of the podcast tape capture Evelyn's voice, warped and desperate. If you hear this, don't come looking. It's not a place, is hunger. Thank you for listening. Subscribe and like and comment. See you next time.